Is it normal to feel sexually aroused when I have a full bladder? This is the Road to Happiness podcast. We're your hosts, Josh and Cassie Spurlock, and today we're going to be talking about that topic. We want to thank our sponsor, My Counselor Online, a leading provider of Christian counseling online. So we're navigating this topic of sexual arousal and how it relates to a full bladder. And I just think this is a fun and interesting topic. It reminds me of when I share things with my friends and then they come back with, oh yeah, that happens to me too. I'm like, oh yeah, because this is a physiological issue that has to do with our bodies. And turns out it's very normal. It's very normal because of the proximity of the urethra to our sexual pleasure centers, our sexual pleasure erogenous zones. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a normal experience for folks to have, and it's normal not to have the experience. But this is one of the fun things that asking for a friend lets you do. Yeah. When you submit a question, you're like, asking for a friend. Here's this thing. I don't know if I'm the only one. And a lot of times with Google and things these days, you can kind of find some of those answers, but you don't always know what to trust out there. So asking a certified sex therapist is a little bit helpful. And this phenomena happens because the same nerve bundle that feeds the whole pelvic floor region is involved in sexual arousal as well as in bladder control. And so when nerve bundles that are close to each other, so strands of neurons that are controlling different functions are close to each other, they can crosstalk with one another. And so a full bladder creates pressure on the pelvic floor and creates pressure on the urethra, which is near the clitoris, near the vagina, and the vaginal opening, vulva, and you've got all these sexual...
very sensitive.
Yeah, very sensitive nerve structures that feed all through the same nerve bundle up with that urethra. And so it's not an uncommon thing at all for a full bladder for a male to cause a erection. And so you'll have a full bladder and that pressure result in an erection for a man. A lot of times morning erections can be contributed to this, that you have a full bladder and you get an erection in the morning. But also for females, for there to be crosstalk between there and there to be, arousal that is resultant from a full bladder. So it's a thing that happens.
Turns out it's normal.
It's also similar, sometimes this is totally off topic, but why not? We're here talking about, it's related because of the nerve bundles, but sensitivity around the anus, and that sometimes people think, anal play or different things like that folks engage in or have questions about, why would that even be a thing that could, be erotic or sexually arousing. And there's certainly this forbidden nature and the taboo kind of nature around it, kind of the exotic turned erotic kind of thing that happens. But there's also, because the shared nerve bundles for the pelvic floor that also influence and control the perineum and the anus and the tissue around that you can have a similar type effect where there's crosstalk between the two that creates sexual arousal or experience around that. So different than bladder, but same nerve bundle, same crosstalk kind of phenomena that's taking place that can create arousal when there's pressure or when there's stimulation of one sort or another in that region. So yeah, that's what happens. That's how the body works. Pretty common. Not everybody's experience, but is
yours.
It's yours. There's not anything wrong with you. It's just there's thousands and thousands of other people that have the same experience. So there you go. That's what you get in this episode of the Road to Happiness podcast. You never know what you're going to
You
get
never
around
know.
here.
That's part of the goal, maybe.
I like it. We at the Road to Happiness podcast, like we're about coming alongside people in helping you experience the abundant life that Jesus designed you for, true happiness, right? And the road to happiness is maturity. It comes from growing, it comes from healing, it comes from infilling the gaps in our story, something that happens in community. And we want to be a part of your community. We want to be part of your extended Sage circle, folks, where you can get information and mentorship and input into the real life stuff that you're navigating and trying to figure out so that you can be equipped to mature into your true self, and you can experience the true happiness that Jesus wants you to, and that you can get connected with the resources that can be helpful to you. That sometimes you're navigating some challenges and you need some additional folks in your Sage circle. Maybe we can be that as you submit questions, engage content that we create. Maybe we connect you with somebody on our team at My Counselor Online that can help you connect with a counselor that can get into the nitty-gritty of your story and troubleshoot what's going on and be able to help you resolve whatever is being a block to getting in the way of you maturing into your true self, experiencing true happiness. But whatever that looks like, we're cheering you on. We want to see you experience true happiness. We want to see you mature into your true self. So thanks for joining and being a part of our community. We'll see you again soon.